Hey y'all, just a quick video on a piece of junk. Ryobi, Romeo 181, Foxtrot Bravo 1. You know, it's not very often that I make a video, slamming somebody's product. But, and to be fair, before I even get started on this, alright, I had a Ryobi table saw. And there was nothing really wrong with it. It was what it was advertised to be. Could you cut with it a 0.5 millimeter, blah, blah, blah. Was it a professional saw? No, but it was a good homeowner saw. In fact, I got a friend of mine who has it now that's going to get many years of use out of it. I have a Ryobi belt disc sander. So far, so good. And that one, I don't give that too hard of a time because sanders have a tough life. The only problem I've had with this one is the switch died. And, well, I just plug it in. So, I give that one a pass because it lives in a pretty crappy environment. And I do have this router table. The jury's still out on this one. I'll get back to you on that. But this router, when the pin assembly, this goes in here so you can lock the chuck in place to change blades, and it exploded some years ago. And I went, okay, I can dig it. Now this router lived in place in a router table, the one that was built into my table saw. So this has not had hard use, and that's kind of what angers me about this thing, because it's been babied and cleaned. It doesn't look it right now because I'm in the middle of a project, but in between projects, I clean everything up and oil everything, and pretty much I do some pretty decent maintenance. But what happened now? Well, I'm here trying to do a project, and the entire plunge assembly simply stopped working. It's locked in place. I cannot raise or lower the cutting tool in the table. You're supposed to be able to open this, which releases here inside, and you can turn it, and it basically will move up and down on a screw. And it stopped working, which means I've stopped working, and now I have to go get another router because I simply can't stop. And I use a dedicated router in a table. I do have a Milwaukee that I keep out, and I do have, just as a side note, one of the greatest little inventions known to man. This is a laminate trimmer, or you could call it a router light. I use that little guy all the time. But neither one of those am I going to mount in a table. I keep the Milwaukee out because that's my portable router, and the I should say portable heavy duty router, and I use the little Porter cable a lot. But I need one that I can keep in that table and have as a static tool. And this piece of junk is simply not going to be it. I won't throw it away because the motor still works. I'll probably strip it apart and keep that high-speed motor in my pile of stuff to see if it can be used for anything else. But all I can say is, Ryobi, when you built this one, you screwed up. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves. So, anybody looking for a router, for what it's worth, there will never be another Ryobi router owned by me, ever. And maybe I'll come back and show you what I replace it with. Alright. So, that was my little thing. Anyway, I got things fixed. Went ahead and did put my Milwaukee down in here. This is a great tool, and as you can see, it actually works. And so, fine. But, Ryobi, you're not getting off easy, because, went ahead and got this plate settled in. They give you these neat little adjusters that you can adjust the four corners, but as you can see, that one's high, that one's even. No adjuster there. And yeah, it's clean underneath. So, you know, maybe I'm just being a little too hard on Ryobi, but, you know, I don't think so. You know, I'm not impressed. And just as a parting shot, you know, these tables are supposed to be flat. And I understand, you know, troubles with manufacturing, but it's a router table. And check this out. Yeah, the binding that they put around the edge is actually standing proud to the table. I'm going to have to take a router and fix that. How's that for irony? I don't want to say their tools aren't worth a glass of monkey nuts, but I can tell you this. That is the last Ryobi product I will ever buy. If you decide to buy one, best of luck to you. Alright, see y'all next time.